ready for this?
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another coffee time with Blind United. It's Monday morning, and right now I got Brittany, Elizabeth, and Pedro on the stage with me. So, good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. It's a slow day for me today. I ain't gonna lie.
Everybody's still recovering from the weekend. Hope everybody had a great 420 weekend. I know I enjoyed mine.
Message received from Elitha. Okay.
You know, so let me silence this thing.
Ring mode. Silent mode. Speech off.
Hopefully y'all didn't 420 too close to the sun. You can take 420 a little too far sometimes. But hopefully y'all didn't.
Well, I mean, we're still here, so I guess we survived however high up we got.
Yeah, I was trying to hit another dimension right fast.
You know, so, but I'm good with it. We had fun. We enjoyed ourselves. Lots of good food and company and alcohol, and that's all you need. Well, I'm sorry, 420. We had good stuff as well. So good, naturally grown cannabis products, I guess.
Yeah.
California, so it's legal for me to say that. So
yes. Yeah, the one I had was all natural, no chemicals, no nothing, but it was still good, you know.
Oh yeah.
But that aside, we had good company, some food, good conversations, good laughing. I think it was. We was all laughing, guys. We was all cracking up. But
We
it
was
was
having
good.
fun, cutting up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what downtime is supposed to be. You know, you're supposed to relax and laugh it out, and you know what I'm saying. Get all the stress off you and all that good stuff. And everybody had a safe journey home. Everybody made it back home safely, so that's always important as well.
Yep, that's very important. So what do we have on the schedule today, Ed?
Well, we do have two interest groups today. We have George Savala and our advocacy group. That's at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And then right behind that, we got fitness with Relicia Hicks at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So we come on in and learn what you can do to advocate for our community or yourself. And then also come back in a little bit later or hang in and don't leave and get your workout on, get your sweat on.
Okay, sounds good. Gotta get that summer body, man. Summer will be here before you know it.
Yes, that's true.
Right.
Getting, even just working out, maintaining, getting a toned up body and keeping your health in check. That's pretty dope too, you know. But yep, summer's coming,
Yeah.
and we got a taste of it this weekend.
Oh yeah, it was hot this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We have Alita joining us now. She's been here with us. Good morning, Alita.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you, sweetie?
Doing good. How is everybody doing?
I'm good. I'm good. We got Pedro, Elizabeth, and Brittany in here with us. This is Alita. She's somebody I worked with for a few years. So
nice to meet you, Miss Alita.
Nice to meet you all too.
Mm-hmm. Good morning.
So we just got through talking about the groups we got going on today. We're gonna get into quick thing. I mean, they were just asking Aletha also, and I can't remember. I think you said you want to start mid-May as far as your makeup group.
Yeah, I believe it's the third Thursday in May. Uh-huh.
Okay. So you got that, Britt?
Yep, third Thursday in May.
So hopefully we're gonna have a little time to talk about it a little bit more later on, Aletha. But we're gonna jump into some stories and stuff that Pedro has lined up for us, and have some conversation afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah. So first story is do some of y'all might live in some rural areas. Some of you guys might live in areas with poor internet connection. Y'all might have an ISP that might be expensive, and an ISP is an internet service provider. All right. And they're providing fiber optic, even the regular copper wire internet. Also, you could get AT&T and stuff like that. But this article talks about the benefits of having a 5G connection at your home. So let's take a listen, and if you guys have questions, this might even answer some of those questions if you're thinking of getting a new ISP provider.
What is 5G home internet? Here's everything you need to know. Carriers are starting to offer home internet packages that rely on 5G cellular data service. We'll help you decide if it's right for you. Sick of slow, expensive, or unreliable internet service? You probably are. Internet service providers, ISPs, came second to last in a study of customer satisfaction by industry in the U.S. last year. For most folks, internet service comes into the house via cable, and choices are limited. But with mobile carriers rolling out fast, low-latency 5G networks, that is changing. For some people, 5G home internet could be a viable alternative to traditional broadband. Carriers are starting to offer 5G home internet packages as they look to recoup the costs of upgraded networks, and that could finally mean some real competition for ISPs. If you're wondering what 5G home internet is, how it compares to broadband, and whether it might be for you, we have all the answers you seek. What does 5G mean? 5G is a global wireless standard, and it stands for fifth generation. Mobile carriers have been rolling out the fifth generation of cellular networks over the past few years. Compared with the previous generation, 4G, 5G opens up unused radio frequencies at the high end of the spectrum. You can read our guide to 5G to learn more, but in simple terms, 5G is faster, has lower latency, and can handle more connected devices. What is 5G home internet? 5G home internet is an alternative to traditional broadband. Instead of running a cable into your home to connect to the internet, you connect to the 5G cellular network wirelessly with a fixed receiver inside or outside your home. You will use a SIM card and have a service contract, just like you do for your phone. You'll still need a modem and router to convert the incoming signal into Wi-Fi and spread it around your home. What about 4G home internet? Some carriers already offer 4G LTE home internet, and some offer a mix of 4G and 5G. Both work the same way and require a receiver, but 5G allows faster speeds and lower latency. Theoretical speeds go beyond 10 gigabits per second with 1 millisecond of latency, but real-world performance around 1 gigabit per second is more common. A gigabit is enough for 5G to compete with broadband. 4G LTE typically maxes out at 100 megabits per second, but is often slower in the real world. Is 5G home internet better than broadband? The short answer is no. The longer answer is that it depends. If you have fiber optic cable to your house, you can enjoy super fast wired internet, but if you rely on copper cable, your internet speed will be limited. The proximity of an exchange and internet demand in your area will also impact the speeds you get. Some folks lack a cable connection, but remote areas typically don't have great 5G coverage. If you have solid 5G coverage in your area, but internet service is poor or expensive, 5G home internet might be a better choice. What are the advantages of 5G home internet? 5G home internet has a few advantages over wired broadband, but there are three big ones. Since there is no need for a physical cable, installation of 5G home internet tends to be much easier, and you can likely set it up yourself without an engineer visit. If you have good 5G coverage in your area, you can likely enjoy fast speeds, certainly much faster than old copper cables can provide. 5G home internet service might be cheaper than wired internet. Some carriers offer discounts and incentives to add 5G home internet service to your existing mobile plan. What are the disadvantages? There are pros and cons to everything. Here are some of the possible cons of 5G home internet. Coverage is limited and is likely to be best in cities. If you don't have good 5G coverage in your area, 5G home internet is not for you. You will need a receiver with a good line of sight to a 5G cell site or tower for the best results. This may mean attaching an antenna to the outside of your home because 5G signals are not very good at penetrating through walls and can be prone to interference. As 5G adoption grows and networks expand, you may find your 5G home internet service is impacted. When 5G networks get busier, your home internet may slow down or suffer interruptions. Can I get 5G home internet? It depends on where you live and what 5G coverage is like in your area. This coverage map from NPerf allows you to select by carrier to see coverage and download speeds. You can also check with your preferred carrier. Most have coverage maps on their websites, but most only offer 5G home internet service in specific areas, big cities for now. Who offers 5G home internet? There are several options for folks looking to get 5G home internet service, but make sure you read the small print. Most carriers offer a blend of 4G LTE and 5G. You are likely to get the best deals from carriers you take multiple services from, so if you already have cell service, your carrier will likely offer a discount on home internet. Here's an alphabetical list of US options to start with, but new services are rolling out all the time. Is 5G home internet expensive? Now back to the coffee time crew.
Well, right off the top, I was always thinking that 5G was better, but in some ways it sounds like it's actually worse than 4G. I mean, now you got to put an antenna on your house and all that just to get the signal into your house, and then
Well, in most cases, it's not an antenna. It's more like a little box that you put by your window. In most occasions, for some residents, it might be a box outside because the signal will come in way better like that. About 5G and 4G being 5G being inferior of 4G. 4G speeds tap out at 100 megabits per second, while 5G speeds are tapping out at 1 gig per second and can reach up higher. But they're having latency, and the 4G gets way more latency, and you might get cheaper internet prices on 4G than 5G. um, I recommend 5G to if you want fast service and loading times and stuff like that. If certain ISPs like AT&T or Spectrum or whoever it is the only one in your area and is not providing a good price, meaning that they're pricing their service higher because they're the only ones in town. This could solve that problem. This could add more competition. This could finally get our internet service slightly lowered. I know sometimes it's $80 to $100 per internet service. And the article says that you could start off at 20, 25, 30, $35 off of 5G. So, you know,
right. But again, it's just like I said, there's just those other little issues on. I mean, of course, why do I have to worry about it? I don't, because I'm more city where we're going to get that coverage. But again, it's just the differences in it, and where you got to change up and do stuff differently in order to be able to get it. Like you said, not you know. I'm sorry. Back to the antenna thing. I mean, who wants to put an antenna or whatever in their window? I mean, I'd rather put one maybe on top of my house or something. But at the same time, now we're talking about another step of of more equipment kind of thing. I mean, even with the the thing that Elon Musk is doing. What was it, Skylink or whatever it is?
Hmm.
Same thing. I mean, it's great coverage, but again, you need that extra equipment. You need that antenna kind of thing.
The receiver, and it's not like you need to put it in your roof. It could be outside. From what I was hearing, even the box you place inside your home could be on top of a counter. Not necessarily on the window. I'm just saying, I just said on the window because you could just put the box there, not worry about running a cable. You don't need an installation man to come and drill a hole through your wall, feed this cable through, and even okay, some of these people that put some of these cable boxes will leave like a long cable wrapped up all in the back of
Right,
your
right, right.
TV, and they don't cut it. I don't know if they
Well, it's because
there's
they don't know where your TV is going to be placed, so they want to make sure you got enough cable to reach wherever your box is going to be. But
yeah, but it
and
looks
the
messy
only reason
like
I'm
that.
saying that about as far as this 5G thing is concerned, because the article did make the statement that 5G has an issue going through walls.
Yes,
You know,
it has and it does, and I noticed that, but that is becoming less prevalent now that they're having more um, antennas out there, meaning not outside your house, but these cell towers. I have noticed that depending on your carrier. I actually have a cheap carrier, and I'm topping out speeds over 200 megabytes when I'm out here on my
right,
phone alone, and I have a cheap service.
right,
And
right, right. No, I mean I get you. I mean I get 5G as well. And I get even like here at the house, I get whatever they got because I do the Ethernet. I don't do the Wi-Fi as far as my computer's concerned. So
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of that, all that kind of stuff, different. Makes a difference. So,
yeah.
but
Especially when you're connected through LAN cables. Yes, it does make a
yeah,
big difference. The latency and the lag is way low and stuff due to being connected through wires. Um, yeah, and even like that, having a router and a modem, and this other box that receives the message, the signals. Well, your router, you could route it with your Ethernet cable to your computer too. That option is gonna be there. It's gonna be slight lag, but 5G keeps getting better, and it's starting to be pretty good. Especially if you get it as not a cell phone service, you won't have a set limit like how fast you're going. This will probably give you your top speed. I haven't had experience to test one out, but I've been testing out my new carrier. I tested out my old carrier on their speeds and stuff like that, and they've been improving. They've been improving way more and stuff like that. Because when it first came out, you could go to different parts of the town and you would drop back down to 4G, to LTE. But it has improved. This could be a good a good thing for people living out in the suburb where there's not a lot of competition, or the- they're just not providing internet services because it's a rural area and they don't want to pass lines and cables and get all this connection set up just to go set up one or two, three houses. You know?
right, right, right. But at the same time, they got to invest the money to go set up these 5G towers to where they'll be able to get that stuff out there. And
Yeah. Well, it's easier to set up a tower and all that than running all these cables and setting up all these meeting spot where all the cables are gonna go from,
right,
let's
right,
say,
right, right.
Spectrum. These cell towers are going up. They're going up, even in rural areas.
Right,
So,
right, right, right.
so it is going to be competition, more better deals for us. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Also, on in that point, internet is something we need, straight out. And especially our young generation in school now. My kids, they need internet, and if they're not able to get it, they get a internet off the school if they need it to. They have not needed to do that, but internet is required nowadays for everything. It should be a utility basically. It should be falling under there than just a service because we need it at everyday life. Everything is connectivity now. And that note, we're gonna cut to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
You are cordially invited to Blind United's Color Party fundraiser on May 25th, 2024. Time 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cost $15 per person. In advance. Deadline is May 6th, 2024. For more information, email at info@blindunited.com. Include in the subject line Color Party flyer. Now back to coffee time. Are cordially invited to Blind United's scholarship ceremony. Please join us in awarding 2 scholarship recipients in honor of Les Subotnick. Date: Sunday, May 19th, 2024. Held at Rodrigo's Mexican Restaurant, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. and Omni-access service goes there. Cost per person $37 in advance, which includes your meal, tax and gratuity. Deadline to turn in money, your meal selection, and beverage will be Tuesday, May 7th, 2024. You can contact Cheryl Thurston at cthurston74@gmail.com. We will see you there. Now back to the show.
Well, all right. I guess also a little announcement on that, the scholarship dinner. I mean, just so people know, that $37, not one thin dime of that comes to Blind United. That $37 covers your meal and your beverage and all that stuff at the restaurant. We don't make anything off of that, so
Yes, that's true.
it's all about, this is what we had to do in order to get that banquet room and be able to do what we're trying to do there. So
Yeah,
that's
well,
what they got for us, and that's what we got to do.
yeah, and it's not a fundraiser. It's a scholarship giveaway, guys. So we're not making any money. This covers gratuity, your meal, and your beverage. So, if you want to come celebrate with us and honor Les's memory and what he stand for and the participants that are getting this grant, come join us for a good meal, a good dinner. I heard their food is pretty great. The options, you have so many different options. So come join us and have a great meal and then enjoy each other's company.
Right, and learn about the man we're giving this money away in his honor. I mean, he was a great guy out here, and Les was he was always there for me, and I, to my knowledge, he was there for a lot of other people, and over the years I've known him, in conversations, people I've run into, Les helped out so many people out on this end here in Southern California for many, many, many years. He's just been a pillar in the community, doing what he could do to help everybody get where they wanted to be. So come on out and hear some stories, enjoy the company, and meet the folks that are going to get this money from us. So we look forward to having you guys out there on the 19th. So
Okay, yes. And then that point, just come hang out with us. And the next, it's not an article. It's just more like a video, even for those that have vision. This is placing yourself in the center of the camera while using JAWS. Let's take a listen.
A Vispero brand.
Introducing Face in View, a revolutionary new feature in JAWS and Fusion that tells you how to position yourself so that your face is clearly on camera.
All right, so let's turn on Face in View here. Insert space, F Foxtrot,
Face in View.
O Oscar.
You are centered. You are pointing to center. Brightness is normal.
All right, so it tells you two things. It tells you you're centered, which means your body is centered. You're pointing to center. It told me brightness was high. Now, if I had very low brightness, maybe I'm in a darker place, I would need to maybe relocate to a place with more lighting. But if it tells you have high brightness or normal brightness, you should be good here. Now, if I move my face in any way, if I turn my head to the right slightly here.
Turn your head left. You are pointing to center.
I get good feedback there. Turn my head left. If I turn my head to the left.
Turn your head right. You are pointing to center.
There we go. Same thing with if I tilt my head back or up just a little.
Tilt your head down. You are pointing to center.
And if I point it down.
You need to move up or tilt your camera forward. You are centered.
Now, if it tells you that, and I had my head pointing down, but if it tells you that, you can actually move the lid of your laptop. So if it tells you need to move it up, let's see here.
No face detected. You need to move up or tilt your camera forward.
I'm going to tilt it toward me.
You are centered. No face detected. You are centered. You are pointing to center.
All right. And if it told me I need to move it backward, I would tilt it away from me. And then finally, Picture Smart. Let's go ahead and invoke that with insert space F Foxtrot P Papa.
Face in View. Picture Smart is in progress.
All right. You're going to get varied results here. Let's see if we
Heading level 2 caption is a woman with green eyes.
All right. There are green dots here. I don't actually have green eyes, but that's okay. Let's see what we got.
Heading level 5 total number of faces in this photo is 1. Heading level 4 these objects probably appear in the photo. Person, window, blind. Heading level 4 these objects possibly appear in the photo. Clothing, top, window. Heading level 3 these tags describe the photo. Chin, eyebrow, forehead, hairstyle, human face, indoor, mouth, nose, person, selfie, vision, care, wall. Heading level 3 these tags probably describe the photo. Ear, eyelash, jaw, window. Ear, eyelash.
All right. And that, now if we had anything else in the photo, for example, earlier I had a microphone sitting over here to the left of me on my desk, and it did actually recognize it, called it audio equipment. So, you may hear things like if there are picture frames, picture on the wall, things like that.
Face in View. Available now in JAWS and Fusion.
Well, that helps out because I never really knew how to use it, and sound like it's pretty useful. I haven't been able to use the Picture Smart. I still don't understand how to actually get. Do I need to click on, like if I'm on Facebook or whatever, do I need to click on the photo or just have it highlighted? I don't know.
You need to highlight the picture, but it may work on Facebook. From what I've been noticing, I've been playing with it. When I'm in my Explorer window and I have a image highlighted, I could run it with Picture Smart. That includes the OCR feature too. And it gives me a description of what it sees. Yes, it's brand new. It does need some improvements on like it listed the items it sees, but yeah, okay, yes, there's a person there, right? We know since there's a person there, there's gonna be eyelashes, ears, nose, and all that. Yes, we do know that. And kudos to them for bringing this feature out because it's so useful. But what I'm saying is it's barely coming out because if it would have gave us a description like, man, what headset, and tell you the color of the hair, tell you the headset color, and maybe how you position, or a little more details instead of just listing a list of what it sees like eyebrow, eyelash, mustache, headset, wall. It didn't give us descriptive. It just told us what objects are there, but they didn't give us a description to draw a picture within our mind. I don't know if that makes sense.
Well, I mean, it's just like what we were talking about the other day, with the new upgrade to CNAI. I mean, originally CNAI used to just list the obstacles or whatever's in the photo, but now it'll tell man sitting at a desk working on a computer. where it
And that
used to
gives
say
you,
man, desk, computer.
yeah, and that gives you way more of a picture, a
Right,
descriptive, than just having a list. But it's a good feature, and I'm glad they're doing it. They're bringing it in.
right.
And then that's it's pretty dope. But and
It's
that
only gonna get better because again, Jaws is they're coming out with their own AI model as well. So there's AIs everywhere, y'all. Y'all need to get with it.
there is AIs everywhere. I wonder if Freedom Scientific is gonna try to piggyback off of Copilot and use that AI. I don't
How the
know if
way
they're
they
gonna.
said it was they was trying to do their own. That's my understanding. So
Okay, okay. I see what they're doing. Okay. That's
yeah.
cool for them. That's cool for them. You know, um, so it might take them a cool some time to develop it way more like, for example, Be My Eyes, the description that AI gives out, and that's relaying the description that ChatGPT 4.0 is giving out. So, you know, Apple is rumored to actually have some of this in the background and kind of use some of that ChatGPT uh, technology. So those are all rumors. We're looking forward to this upcoming conference from Apple. Also, I think this is going to start coming to the map with instead of just describing a picture, it's going to have an AI within the map also. So I'm looking forward to all that. But there is AI everywhere. We need to start knowing how to use it, utilize it as a tool to benefit our life and make it easier for us. Um, a good example was I was trying to navigate and get a train station schedule. I was not using a desktop, I was using my phone, and it was confusing. They had a file to download, so I download the schedule file. I uploaded the schedule file to an AI. I told it the times I'm going to be traveling and where, and it shot up the times I should go catch the train. And I even told it what time, what day, and what time I'm coming back, and it gave me what time should I go catch the train and what was available for me. I didn't have to go column by column, row by row, looking for the line and looking for the line, station by station. It all did it for me, and it made my life easier. It just took like 3 or 4 minutes. It did its thing. And
Well,
shit.
I mean, it's like I've always said, AI is a great tool. It's just a matter of learning how to use it. And for those that are listening in, the main goal within using AI is all about the prompt. It's all about the prompt. The prompt is basically the question that you're asking it, the information you're asking for, the command of what you want it to do. All of that is your prompt. And once you learn how to prompt, there's really not a whole lot it won't do for you.
Yeah, yeah,
So but
yeah. That's true. Learning
there's
how
some
to
good stuff
prompt.
coming up.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, that's true. Good stuff coming up. Give me a second. Yeah, so we got some good stuff coming up. I'm about to present another video. Um, so um, this is regarding Jaws 2. So let's take a look. So, um,
Scientific, a Vespero brand.
Set Outlook calendar options.
The next task I want to cover very quickly is how to change your calendar options. We're not going to dive into these per se, but I want to show you where to go and what kinds of things you'll find there.
Appointment.
So I'm going to press Alt-H, Hotel. That's going to bring us to the Home tab.
Alt-H, upper ribbon.
And I'm going to down arrow to get into this ribbon.
Actions, open button.
And I'm going to tab all the way to the bottom to get to calendar options. There's lots of really useful stuff here.
Forward split, cancel meeting button, one note.
Oh, wait.
Escape. Alt-H, upper ribbon, meeting tab, 6, leaving menus, leaving list, escape. Appointments, tab 100.
All right, somehow.
Alt-H, Alt followed by H1, new appointment,
Here
new
we go.
meeting, at, Zooms, start in, Teams meeting, go to, the next 7 day, go to date, arrange, date, work week button, not check, month button, schedule view, calendar options,
So all the way at the bottom here, and sorry about that, another tab was actually being shown here. in the home tab, if you go all the way to the bottom here, you will have calendar options. And if we press enter,
leaving menus, leaving ribbons, schedule view, list.
So here we can choose how we want certain things to be done. We can choose, do we want reminders for meetings 15 minutes ahead of time, 30 minutes, 5 minutes? Do we want our week to start on the calendar on Sunday or Monday? Maybe we want, let's see.
Start time edit combo, 8 a.m.
When do we want our calendar to start? What time? So you have a lot of options in here, and you can just tab through this dialog and make those changes. And when you're finished, there is an OK button that you can press space or enter on, and that will save those options for your calendar.
Freedom Scientific, a Vispero brand.
Well, that's more your thing, Pedro. I don't do calendars, my brother, but I know you like playing with them.
Yes, well, it is good that they're showing us that, and that's a quick tip. Yeah, because sometimes my calendar starts on Monday. You know what I mean? My week starts on Monday, not Sunday. I rather have the events, like the reminders, come in at a certain time, a certain way. If they could remind me 30 minutes before my event or an hour, so I could get things ready even better. One of the things I've been trying to synchronize is my phone calendar, my Apple phone, with my Windows computer. It's been a little mission, but they're starting to sync over. I had to go through a cool bunch of things, but this is getting your options for your calendar. Other shows, I will bring a couple of other more tips, but this is a quick tips for those that use JAWS, and things like that. So I'm actually learning JAWS, and little by little, I'm grasping. I do know my things, but I want to actually get so deep into it that I'm able to do what I do on my Mac, on my Windows. I know it might be different steps, but I want to be able to have the same access that I do with my Mac computer, because I'm able to do so much, and that's because I have time already in my Mac, but I'm gonna spend more time in Windows, so I am gonna be in that realm. And in that note, we're gonna cut to a quick break. We'll be back.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
You are cordially invited to Blind United's Color Party fundraiser on May 25th, 2024. Time 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cost $15 per person, and advance deadline is May 6th, 2024. For more information, email at info@blindunited.com. Include in the subject line Color Party flyer. Now back to coffee time. You are cordially invited to Blind United's scholarship ceremony. Please join us in awarding 2 scholarship recipients in honor of Les Subotnick. Date: Sunday, May 19th, 2024. Held at Rodrigo's Mexican Restaurant, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. and Omni-access service goes there. Cost per person $37 in advance, which includes your meal, tax and gratuity. Deadline to turn in money, your meal selection, and beverage will be Tuesday, May 7th, 2024. You can contact Cheryl Thurston at cthurston74@gmail.com. We will see you there. Now back to the show.
All right. Well, again, we got some stuff coming up next month. So, y'all come on, stay tuned, get involved, and join in with Blind United on everything we got going on. So I know you got one more little clip, right, Pedro?
Yes. And we're gonna get into that right now, and so we could get talk to our guest for today.
Right. I know she's gonna have some feedback on this one too. So
Let's play the story, guys.
For several years, Congress has tried and failed to force a TikTok sale. Republicans and Democrats have feared that the app poses a risk to U.S. national security, providing the Chinese government troves of American user data. But Congress has provided little evidence to support these claims, and TikTok and its supporters argue that banning the app would violate freedom of speech rights. Now back to the Coffee Time crew.
So, I mean, again, I don't do TikTok myself. I mean, I don't know. I just think, they have an issue with TikTok simply because it's Chinese owned. I mean, I don't know. They can't prove that anything is shady is going on. But again, I know Pedro, you and Aletha both do TikTok, so I'm gonna let y'all have this conversation.
Well, yes. TikTok has opened up the doors for small creators to make money and things like that. TikTok has been growing pretty quick, and I think the large U.S. Social media companies have not been able to imitate what TikTok has got going. What I noticed from all these different platforms, being a creator, Unseen Adventures 8 on YouTube and TikTok, guys, that their algorithms are different. You can like a certain subject, but it might not even come up on your timeline in some of these social media things. I noticed within TikTok, if you like a certain subject, it will start looking around for that type of subject and pop it up a little more, even if it's a small creator, you know? It doesn't just stick to big time creators, or for example, let's say news organizations, right? You could be talking about news stories on YouTube. You can, but the ones that they're going to get pushed out more are the major ones. Okay. and and that's how the algorithm is. So they're adjusting the algorithm, and they might not even know how it is affecting us creators that might not even be talking about the news. They're just making content, trying to get it out there, and each platform is different, you know. And I think forcing TikTok to sell, I don't know about the whole security concerns, because I haven't seen any data on that. They just keep saying it's a big spy balloon. They just keep calling it a spy balloon, but they have not pointed out and where in the code. They went through the app's code and all that, couldn't find any wrongdoing. Even when it sends our data to a certain server, they were saying it could get rerouted. It could was the word. It could get rerouted to China. Um, bring some concrete evidence, because the way our system is built, it's about freedom and doing what, building a company, building something, and it
Right.
to be told, hey, you must sell your company, you know, looks a little iffy. And who is the big betters to buy that? Not none of us, just the big social media competitors.
Right. Right.
It's like
Right.
giving them, here's a New York steak. Who wants it? Who's gonna pay more for it? And who wants it? Here you go. And it's not like TikTok is gathering our information and none of these other ones ain't. Facebook gathers your information. Sometimes it even has your number, your email, even a secondary email, just to unlock your account. You might even need to show an ID, so they have your ID picture. If you ever used it to unlock or do something on your account, it's in your records, and they are known. They are known. to sell your data for profit, and I say, in my opinion, if we're going to give them our information or stuff like that, pay us. But even with these surveys, oh, how do you like your ad? Here's an ad survey. Did you like the next ad? We would like to know so we could even better give you better ads. No, you're getting info. You want me to participate in one of these surveys and give you info and give you data and how to fix your stuff and give you this type of statistics and stuff like that. Like, come on. Information is not free. Gas is not free, and data is the new oil. Data is the new oil for the
I hear
21st
you.
century. So them always trying to put all these ads and figure out all these surveys and YouTube shooting these surveys. Here, answer a few questions. Answer a few questions. I always get those. I warn my kids too. Like this is not normal for them to ask for all this stuff and ask, or I want to know what you like, so I can know what to give you. No, they're giving them info, or they can
Right,
target you.
right.
I show my kids like you should be getting paid for shit like this. Well, excuse my language. You should be getting paid for this information you're passing on in this survey. I tell them, do not answer these surveys because it's for the ads. It's not intended for videos and show you what they're going to show you. The information you're giving the algorithm is so they know how to target you with ads.
Well, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, but that's what they do. So,
That's what they do. Yeah.
on that note, Elizabeth, Aletha, sweetie, I know you do TikTok and stuff. So, what do you think about all this?
I guess on the more controversial level, a lot of what Pedro said was true. I just believe that they want um sole ownership of the information of the way that you are able to communicate on TikTok, the information released on TikTok, what you can and cannot say on TikTok. Um, I think that that is the reason why there's such a big problem with, or why they're saying that it's such a big problem. Um, so yeah, that's my theory. I just believe that they want to have more control over what is done on TikTok, and they can't have that control because it is not owned by so-called U.S. government. So I believe that that's the issues, the communication, the information that's being released amongst the content creators on TikTok, the money that is made on TikTok. Because again, like Pedro said, there are so many creators that are making so much money on TikTok daily, hourly.
And they're small
So
creators at that.
yes, they're very small creators, and it's just it's about control and power. How it always has been about control and power, and that's just what it is. And um, yeah, so that's my little 2 cents about it.
Yeah, and it's true. It's about the power and what they can curate to take out and not be out there. Because there's been some controversial issues. One was about the person that was running for presidency and the Democrat side, Marianne Williamson. She was really popular and is popular among young folks in TikTok, and none of these other politicians were able to kind of like break into that little realm, you
Hmm.
know. And
Hmm.
with Facebook Reels and Instagram and WhatsApp, all owned by Meta, and I think the government should look into that because that's already monopolizing um and things like that. But that's another story. But they're able to curate these three social media platforms to give you a certain narration or keep certain things down instead of making them pop, you know. But there is some danger within just letting anything slide. We had a sad story in Los Angeles about a mom that was an influencer, and she did some horrific crimes to her husband and her kids because of what she saw online. They didn't set the platform, but I think when they say online, they meant anywhere, not TikTok, they meant all of them. But even on that point, you know, you have
Well, I think
to.
she was on X. I think that her presence was mainly and largely on X.
Okay.
With that story, because I've been reading up on that and I've been following that story and the information that has been coming out. So she was really big on X, more largely than TikTok. But
Okay.
you know, they take stories, bits and pieces of what they can use that will say, okay, so this is what is happening, this is what's going on, and this is how it's dangerous, and this is how this will get out, or you know, it makes these people think or do this. And it's really not about that. It's really about, you know, what you can do to build on TikTok. And I think that TikTok is I mean it has its cons, but what other platform does not? Like you said earlier, Pedro, like there's the other ones are not without problems. They're not without controversy. They're not without, you know, those so-called spy tools. So to just pick on TikTok and say TikTok is this spy tool um that is being used. I mean, what about, you know, what is owned by people here in the US and what they're doing to their own people and why they have had class action lawsuits against those other platforms
Mm-hmm.
because of the leaks and whatnot. So I mean, I think that they use the information that they are getting to basically if you want to call it blackball TikTok in order for other people, oh yeah, this, you know, giving out this information and people saying that it is not right. But people that are on TikTok and are dedicated to starting lives and careers and you know, being in the whole realm of entrepreneurship, we know that that is not true, that TikTok itself is not, you know, just for that. So I think that, you know, I think that the community itself is they're banding together because they're not, you know, they're not going to go down without a fight. The community itself is not going to go down without a fight. And I don't particularly believe that they're just going to sell their platform off because they don't want to lose what they have. But you know, again, I'm just a small little, you know, little tadpole in the pond.
Yeah, me too. And the way I see it, yes, what whoever takes takes TikTok is able to utilize the features it already has and is aimed to get all that revenue that TikTok is
Yep.
generating, all those
Yes.
users, all that
Yes.
information, all those little
Yes.
features they couldn't bring to, let's say, Reels,
Yep.
Instagram, you
Yep.
know, all that. They want that. They want that propriety, the you know what they have, that technology. And then back to X. Yes, X was doing pretty good until leadership change, I guess, and it went wild wild west on us. The whole check mark. I don't know if y'all saw the parent company of insulin maker. So when they cut off this blue check, all these companies got trolled. Somebody bought a blue check, changed their name to this company, and said, "Oh, hey, this shot is free," and that website not spam, but a lot of people went to see, and it was fake news. Yeah, it was misinformation, whatever you want to call it, but it was just to show that by changing these rules, what people are gonna do. This person, oh my God, I put the not disturb and it still went off. Um, excuse me. These users were basically doing changing their names, putting these company names and spamming them in a way, and it's playing a joke on them. And it was because due to their leadership, they try to change things around. They try to make money with these check marks, and it's become somewhat of the wild wild west. And
Mm-hmm.
on Twitter. Well, Twitter also known as X now.
Agreed.
Yes. And
Well, I guess the main goal is the key is to all of this. You know, just stay informed. Don't listen to what people say. I mean, do a little research for yourself. You know, look into it. don't just believe what anybody is saying, because that's actually part of the problem. Some of these folks are get some feedback there somewhere. But again, people are, like you said, what Pedro was talking about, whatnot. Again, they're just showing that, you know, you can put something out there. Yeah, it's false information, but somebody's going to bite on it. Well, more than just one somebody. There's going to be a whole bunch of folks that bite on it. And then next thing you know, it's going crazy. And then, you know, you got half the planet talking about, well, you can do this over there for free or whatever. And it's not true. So you got to be, you know, stay informed, do what you got to do to keep informed on all that good stuff. So
Yeah, stay informed. A good thing that I practice with all, including TikTok, is giving them less information, less access to my phone, less access to everything. When they say, do you want to sync your Facebook friends with TikTok? Nope. Do you want to sync your contacts with TikTok? Nope. And the same thing with Instagram, the same thing with Messenger, the same thing with Facebook. No. I want to let you know who I am friends with. You don't need access to all my contacts and what's there.
Right.
Yeah, because they tell you, we're looking for people you may know, but they will get all your contacts, even people that are not on Facebook.
I mean, that's the problem with syncing your contacts with anything. I mean, again, remember, they're going to get every contact in your phone. They're going to check that list against the people that are on these various social media platforms. They're going to gather what information they have on those platforms and add it to the information they get from your phone. And next thing they know, the last time you took a dump. I mean, it's crazy. So stay informed. Your own personal material, information, personal information. Just don't put it out there to anybody. That's my best advice.
We have some comments. Elizabeth said that when she worked for the Navy, that they were not allowed to have TikTok. So.
Well, I mean, again, she worked for the government. The government's got a hard on for, against TikTok. And, again, it's owned by a private person in China. It's not owned by the Chinese government. But again, for whatever reason, America wants to think that, that the Chinese government has influence on it, and they're in there getting our information or whatever. I mean, I'm sorry. I can't see them getting any more information that anybody else is not already getting.
Right.
I mean, everything you do nowadays, they're gathering your information, no matter what it is you're doing. So, again, what's one more person? I mean, are we already at risk? Yeah, we already at risk because our information's out there. I mean, what are they doing? They forcing us to go with these other, LifeLock or what are these other companies, whatever, to protect ourselves. We got to monitor everything that's going on, banking and credit cards and whatever, So, again, it's just one of them worlds. That's the world we live in, y'all. So
Sure is. And with that, the wrap-up music telling us to shut it on up. And Paul also said good morning and that he's watching us on YouTube. And Monica said good morning. So good morning, guys. And thank you to all the people that watch every day.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. It was a good conversation. But yes, they're all fishing for data. They all want data. They all want your Wi-Fi passwords too, because they'll be fishing for those. But the thing is, we need to be informed. If we have little ones, inform them, teach them that privacy is number one. Your privacy, your information, all that privacy is key. It's always been number one. We don't want private companies intruding into our privacy, into our homes, and we don't want the government doing the same. That's why we're set up the way we're set up, with our rights and all that. And they try to infringe a little bit, some of these companies, but the way they try to utilize some of their AI. So, for pictures, you could look up persons by pictures, and it could be somebody not even on Facebook that just happened to be in that picture. Facebook already logged him in, even though he might not even have a Facebook account. That's all that info.
And again, just stay informed, because privacy is only important when the government feels somebody else is getting your information other than them. As long as they get it, they don't care. They're gonna break every rule they can. But when they think somebody else is getting it, they want to act like the world's getting ready to come to the end because somebody found out what my middle name is or something. I don't know, but it's just a bunch of boo-boo, and I'm not gonna buy into it. So protect yourself.
TikTok is something small, right? What about all this data leak? AT&T just received an email from AT&T. All their data, my data got leaked. I haven't been with AT&T for years. This insurance company, all their medical records got leaked. This other company in the beginning of the year, I think half of the country's records got leaked. But where is our government to make strict guidelines on this? Because they're concentrating on TikTok, but they're not concentrating on our social securities getting out there in the world by these medical companies and all this, because they don't want to provide themselves with security, network security, and don't want to spend the money on that, because they might have that idea that, it's just some data. No, that's my personal information. That could cost me my livelihood. That could cost me my ways of getting credit. It could cause so much havoc in our lives just to let it slide.
Well, so on that note, y'all, you can tell this is a pretty hot topic, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to be revisiting this one again soon. But for now, I want everybody to have a great Monday, start of your week. Wherever you at on the planet, I hope you have a great day. And here at Blind United, we're going to do what we got to do today. Like I said, we got an advocacy group coming up at 5 p.m. Pacific time. We got a fitness group coming up at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And in a few more weeks, we got Miss Alita coming up with her makeup group and stuff like that. So, but anyway, run by on Facebook, Blind United Interest Groups, and take a look at all the groups we got going on for the rest of this month, and stay tuned for the schedule coming out for next month. So until tomorrow, again, I wish everybody a great Monday, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.